Hello boys and girls, I know it's been a hot minute since we've done a Dcraft video, but I have been working on another project called Primitive Antics, and I have some exciting news. We finally have Primitive Antics up in early release, and Bobby and I are thinking about setting up a server for people to help playtest this particular mod pack on. If you are on Java, if you are of a mature status, not meaning old, but you can actually do the things we need to have done in a timely manner, and you're interested, come on and put your name down in the comments, and I will see about maybe getting a couple of you on the server. Warning, this is going to be a Terra Firmacraft server and other things. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. So if you have not played Terra Firmacraft, it's going to rock your world. And some of the changes we put in probably will do that as well. So anyhow, like I say, if you're interested, comment below. Right now we're just kind of poking around, seeing what the interest is. We're going to probably do a test run on the server this month, and then we'll get a few folks in to see what kind of problems we can shake out of the system. So let's go into our Living in a Dcraft World video. GrampyJAG back one more time, and we are killing a little time while we're waiting for metals to liquefy. I am giving my charcoal chamber a little bit of a facelift. Right now we are waiting for these blocks to finish. Use that as part of the flooring. Looks like they are now done. Never fails. As soon as you take one out, then they're finished. We are on, in case you hadn't noticed, like our 6th winter. I'm going to start losing count here at this point. Yay, standard checkerboard pattern. Yep, we might wind up one short. Apparently I missed one. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. All right, so not quite as pretty from the inside as the outside, but it's getting there. We're going to put this, use this for the other. We're going to put a different pattern of granite in here. So see, the cutters and shapers can work on the regular stone as well as the special stones that come with rock hounding. Yeah, I'm trying to talk and work at the same time. Does not always. And it is getting dark again. I swear. Days get shorter and shorter. Oh wait, it's winter. Yeah, that's it. We got stars, we got stars. Every time I go to tape one of these things, yes, I said tape. Every time I go to tape one of these things, it either rains or it gets dark. So I don't know. Unless I'm underground, then who cares, right? And that's still going. So we're going to pull this out. Yeah, apparently I had more of those than I thought I did. And we are going to go for polish block. That's what we want. Should only be 12 of these. And we'll let those do their thing. Don't know why I cut extras of these. I must have had a couple extra in my inventory. Yeah, we can use these someplace, I'm sure. Let's go put them away real quick. Someplace, some point, sometime, I may need these. You want to take bets whether I do or don't, feel free. I might use them just to spite you if you bet against me. Yeah, let's get some raspberries. Haven't had any fruit in my diet in a while. Have I eaten those? Yes, I have eaten those. $3,700. We need 4,608. So it's got a little time yet. You guys done already? Wow. Fast. Don't remember the water-driven ones being this fast. Of course, maybe I just got more time on my hands. You know what? You know what? I'm thinking. Yeah, I know it gets dangerous when I do that. I'm thinking we need to break that floor up a little bit. Textured pink on pink. Let's make sure we keep our roots. Oh, I like that better. I do like that better. So we're going to call this good for now. There you go. And we got our markers, and we've got some decorations, and this is our lighting area, our lighting hood. And let's put some torches back on it. There. That keep us safe. We actually had a zombie spawn right out here, so I gotta push. I should push the torches out a little farther. Just a little farther. In case I happen to be outside for some reason, like I was. So I was in there, didn't notice it got dark. I don't know. Do we need to do something with these corners or this edge, or is it just verging on getting overly gaudy at the moment? I don't know. I think we're going to leave it well enough alone. It's plenty gaudy enough. In fact, may just take that blue block out. May just take that blue block out and leave a regular yeah, we're gonna have to leave a regular one there, regular block of some sort there. Blue don't quite go with the rest of it, but it is a marker, so yeah, 6 of 1, half dozen. You all can do what you want. Don't care. Well, I do care. I'd like to see what you do, but I don't care what you do. I just want to see what you do. See if it's better than me, can inspire me. But like I say, even the little things you can spice up in this game. You know, like I got the little cover for and the railing for safety for going down in the mine. You don't have to have those up there. They just help. It looks nice. Ah, good. Looks like our stuff is all melted. And it's the right amount. So, okay, it landed in my... We are going to make some more dawnstone because, well, I mean, look at it. We got copper and we got... get back up there. We got copper and we got gold out the yin-yang, so why not? Right? And we also got silver. So I can make electrum. So why not? We're going to need electrum in the near future. There we go. Turn that on. It can make me some more tool stock. So I can go chop more trees, get more carbon, and make more, yeah. Speaking of which, let's see how we're doing on Ember. Yeah, we're starting to hit the heavy stuff. I should probably run down and see what I got in the old Ember bore, which has not been, oh, hey, how you get there? Which has not been doing near as well as I would like to see. May have to get that little searchy thing. What was it? Atmospheric gauge? I think it was. See if there's a better site. See how our site ranks. It may just be rank. Who knows? So I started dropping charcoal blocks, and it took them all. See, empty. It took them all, and it's still running though. So, yeah, we'll see. By the time I'm done using this, it may just be a moot point anyhow, because I'll be moving it to another base. I can look for a really good site there. Oops. I don't know why I do that every time I turn into the building. Isn't that interesting how the snow sits up there on top of the thing spitting out the fireballs? It just looks weird. There we go. I like to have one line full. Got my bronze, I got my dawnstone. Need to find more iron, and actually I need to find more gold, surprisingly. Lead, of course. We don't need a lot of lead from here on out. It's got that little hiccup at the beginning. Actually, I should pull these out too. Put these all together. All together now. All together now. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to cut that out. No singing. Bad. Bad. No singing. Not that singing's bad, although it's probably not good. But yeah, copyright claims. That's what singing will get you if it's not your own song. One of these days, I'm going to forget to cut it out, and they're going to get me. Bad old YouTube. Bad old copyright people. Of course, then again, someone used my stuff. That would be a different matter completely, right? Yeah. Well, if you check it out, I have it so you can use my material to a limited degree. I ain't got that much of a stick up my backside. So, do we want to chop wood? I guess it's nighttime coming. Let's go. We need to make another axe. Let's go knocking out some more rock. And I'm probably going to need torches too. Well, I didn't want to go quite that far. Looks like I want to go about 6-ish. There we go. 9 should do it. Anthracite is your best torch making material. Oof. Actually, let's do one more. Just because I'll probably actually be digging. Where did all my sticks go? Oh, there they are. They popped over there. Okay, sticks, you go there. Bucket, you can go there. You can go there. You get up there. You get there, you get there. That way we have everything where it's supposed to be. And if we need it, we can find it easily. Be consistent. I don't care what system you use. You don't have to use my systems, but be consistent so that you can find your stuff later. Yeah, we hit the dead zone. There's not really any specialty rocks from there on down. Odd, isn't it? Just odd. All right, so we are looking for magnetite. We have magnetite on this level. On this level, oddly enough, no magnetite on that level. Okay. So we got lead, gold, magnetite. We got silver. If you got silver, you should have lead, but we also have uranium. Oh yeah, the lead was there. I stole it. So let's go down here. Let's do some digging in this one. Maybe we'll get more uranium. Can't do much with uranium at the moment. But as soon as we get immersive going, we get the arc furnace, we get access to uranium in a very limited way. Enough to make a thorium pile, and if we really get lucky and find enough uranium, we could make a small, and I stress small, nuclear reactor. But that is a long way down the line, possibly weeks, months, at least weeks probably, because we're going to go back to nuggeting on the uranium till we get the more advanced arc furnace, which comes out of the space mod. So, yeah, long way down the road. Yes, I said space. We're going to go to space. Going to go to the moon, going to go to orbit, going to go to the moon, going to go to other planets in the system maybe, and maybe go to other places in the galaxy. So for those of you who use your English properly, going to other systems in our own galaxy is not intergalactic travel. That is travel between galaxies. It is intragalactic, which, you know, just like light years are a unit of time in science fiction, that's wrong. It's a unit of distance. Same thing with parsecs. Parsecs is used wrong. Astronomical units, I don't see that one used wrong as many times, because unless you're in science, you don't necessarily have heard of astronomical units. But anyhow, I digress, and you know I do that a lot. Proper usage of language has gotten on my nerves as I've gotten older. Like, thank you, George Carlin, for the difference between devastate and decimate. I don't know if I've told you all this before. You may have if you've listened to other videos, but there is a difference. Which one is worse? Most people will tell you decimate, and they would be wrong. Okay? Decimate contains the prefix deci, which is basically 1/10. So, if you want to understand what decimate is, think of the Blitz over London. Basically, 1 out of every 10 buildings were destroyed. That city was decimated. Okay? If you think of what we did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, those cities were devastated. They were gone. Weren't nothing usable left behind. That's being devastated. Decimated is not so bad. It is, but it isn't, I mean. But that's the difference. Thank you, George Carlin. I never knew the difference. I never realized the difference, and I had been using it wrong, like everybody else in the world, till I listened to George Carlin in his later years when he became cranky about the proper use of the English language. So, yeah, if you wonder why the old people are always on your backsides, it's because y'all use language wrong and you keep changing it when it don't need to be. There, had my rant. I feel so much better. So for all you young people, and that being the ones under 50, there be your lesson for the day. You got any senior citizens out here? If you do, can you give me a thumbs up or a comment saying, yes, I'm an old person and I play Minecraft because that's what the smart old people do. It will keep your mind sharp. They've done studies. I think they've done studies. I can't find them anymore, but I seem to recall there were studies done in it. And basically anything that keeps your mind engaged, playing cards, doing Sudoku, cross-stitching, hobbies, what have you. Anything that keeps your mind engaged and learning helps you keep your neutron. I was talking about atomic reactors. Helps keep your neuron levels up. And if you have more neurons, you tend to do better if you have, say, a stroke or other brain infarction. Did I use that word right? I don't know. I may have broke my own rule there. But anyhow, if your brain farts on you, you'll do better if you have more neurons. So play Minecraft. It builds neurons. Because there are so many different things to learn. And so many different ways to play and focus. And it is amazing. When the first time I saw Minecraft, I said, why would anybody want to play? Because I saw it back when it, shortly after it first came out, and everybody got, oh, Minecraft, blocks, ooh, blocks, love blocks, blah, 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 blah. It's like you couldn't really do much of anything. There weren't that many different kinds of blocks. I believe I had just gotten in after they had put sheep in the game, and you could do a basic blocky square wooden building and go play with sheep. And it's like, I wanted more. This was not what I considered complex enough to be a game. This was something for kids, not for adults. But that said, I did get back into Minecraft about 1.7.10 thereabouts and got into Attack of the B Team. For those of you who have been around for a while, classic, one of the original classic mod packs. I did not go with Technic. For some reason, I could not get Technic to load, but B Team did. Even though it was, 1.7.10, things were buggy because they were still working out how to get mods to play well together. Everybody was doing their own thing. Nobody was thinking about anybody else or the fact that what they were doing would step on someone else's toes because the mods weren't designed to play with anybody else. They were designed to be standalone. Because why would you put them in a pack? That was the thinking. But by 1.12.2, because we had a nice long stretch in 1.7.10, and everybody could see the problems as more mods were added, and more mod packs came out with larger mod count, and the problems that cropped up, and the work that had to be done to fix things. By 1.12.2, developers started basically talking to each other and hammering out some procedures, some rules, as it were. started having different mods that people liked having together work better together. Now, unfortunately, after 1.12.2, everything went down the drain again because, yeah, we aren't going to say that. Minecraft got bought out. They started doing releases like every month instead of once a year or two, which has not let developers keep caught up, nor do they stay interested. Why should I develop a mod when you're just going to turn around and change all the coding rules in a month? What's the incentive for doing this? Now, there are a couple groups out there that have basically taken this on basically like a business. They have a staff. They can afford to somehow keep up with all the changes. And unfortunately, the higher in number you go up in version of Minecraft, the fewer mods and mod packs there are. This monopolistic constant release of changes has destroyed creativity. You saw that happen when Hasbro bought out Wizards of the Coast and got a hold of Magic the Gathering. They went from basically 4 new sets of packs, 4 new themes a year, to a new theme every month, plus re-releases of old cards. Destroyed the secondary market. Destroyed people's interest in trying to keep up. It's like, if I want to stay up to date with playing, I got to keep spending money. Nobody wants to keep spending money. They will spend money when they have money. They're not going to do it on your schedule as a developer. So what happened? Magic the Gathering suffered. And it is nowhere near as interesting as it once was. Plus, they're trying to get it to go all digital. Who the heck wants it all digital? That ain't the point. The point is getting together and socializing. Who wants to do it with some faceless, soulless crowd on the internet? Don't do it if you don't have to, or it isn't designed for that in the first place. So Minecraft, actually not designed as a server type game necessarily. It was designed for solo play for the most part. But it does work very well on servers, can work very well on servers. So you can get that person-to-person contact. I gotta say, working on a server was way different from doing it solo like I usually do. And I'll tell you what, it's been getting harder and harder to get together and do things with people over time. Back in the 80s, pretty much, that was the only way you could do something, was to get together. You had to be there in the same physical space with people. Looks like I need to dump some trash. Do I want to dump trash, or do I want to save? Let's pack it away this time. We can dump it later. Oh, there's a torch. I missed that. Okay. So basically, in college, we got together once a week, played Dungeons and Dragons, had a great time, played for anywhere between 4 and 12 hours. Great way to blow off a little steam. And just, chill with people. Used to play cards, too. Not Magic the Gathering. I'm talking about canasta, real cards. People don't play cards anymore. Not unless it's solitaire on their phone. And again, there is just something about the tactile interaction with a real set of playing cards. Oh, by the way, have you checked out Magic the Gathering, what the quality of their cards is? It's not. They're flimsy, lightweight, definitely not made for lasting longer than, a couple of games before they're all ragged. Definitely not designed for collecting. That was a great thing. You could collect and play. Oh, I need the diamond for that one. Something Dawnstone can't go through is dilithium. Great for like everything else, though. So, yeah, I'm just kind of rambling along this morning. I'm killing my last cup of coffee before I have to start doing stuff. I really got to sit down and process some videos today. Getting behind again. There's some nickel. Oddly enough, I haven't seen the other types of nickel. Did I manage to finally get them sorted out of the pack? I still got 2 types of silver and 2 types of lead. Can't get rid of the railcraft stuff. That's the other thing. I got to sit down today and start looking at code. Got to get an update out. We're at our year almost, or maybe over. Don't know. We're near our year where I have to put an update up. There we go. How we doing? Yeah, I could probably go one more. So, Minecraft. Mining. If you don't mine, it's not Minecraft. If you use some other form of generative system for your resources, they should probably call it not Minecraft. Should call it I don't know, copycraft, DNA craft, something, tree craft. I know there's one where you can use trees and plants and such for all your resources. Silly stuff. And one of the reasons I'm not real big on the magic mods, it's like, oh, let's use equivalent blah, 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 blah. It's like all you're doing is making stuff up and pulling it out of your backside. At least the tech mods are kind of sort of based in reality without being too realistic. Looky what we found. We found sunstone. So let's go mark this. Not much in this area for things. Yeah, the only reason I got the jasper light is because it was right up there on the edge of the other one. That's the only thing I've been finding. Now let's put it up here. There we go. Sunstone, and let's put our lead back. That's one of the leads. I don't know if I got. I don't think I got both. Doesn't matter. As long as I got one of the leads up there. I know there's lead down this corridor. I can pull out one of the coppers and one of the silver if I ever have to, because I just need to know there's stuff down there. Anyhow, Minecraft. So if you can't mine, take the mine out. If you can't craft, you have it basically all done on automatic. What's the point? There's, again, something about getting in that table. Now, I do use the auto shift in, but something about getting in that table and making stuff. The other thing you can do is you can build anything you can think of within reason in the parameters of the game. You want a castle, you want a boat that flies in the air. I mean, even if you can't fly it, you can make a boat in the air and then cut the stuff out from under and it'll stay up there. In this pack, we do have the ability of making a flying boat, among other goodies that we can do. And we will do that. It will help us with exploration. It will help us getting from point A to point B. It will help us in so many ways. Again, if you can think it, it can do it, sort of. Yeah, I got to put that sort of on there because it doesn't always work quite the way you think it will. That's the thing about developers and programmers. They don't think like normal people. That's why you never have good documentation, which is weird because when I did programming, I was taught you have to, must document your code. You have to have good documentation in case someone else has to come behind you and fix something someday. They don't seem to do much of that anymore. I've dug around in other people's code, and there are no comments, there's no documentation, there's nothing to tell you what they were thinking. Same thing when it comes to doing things like wikis and tutorials. They don't have them. It's like, I made this stuff. Good luck, figure it out. Just kind of great. It's again a younger generation thing. You don't worry about tomorrow. You just worry about today. And if today goes by, then maybe you'll think about tomorrow. All a bunch of grasshoppers. And if you don't get that, I'm sorry, but yeah, read more. It's fundamental. Reading, that is. By the way, as far as reading, I am rereading one of my favorite stories by one of my favorite authors. I only stumbled on him 10-ish years ago, 10, 12. Gentleman by the name of Evan Curie out of Canada. And really like his style. It is easy reading. It is enjoyable stories. Now let's get that up there. And I am reading Odyssey 1 Into the Black for like my 5th time. Just because I felt like something that was a nice, easy, fun read. Didn't want anything too dour or strange or, yeah. Just wanted something nice and enjoyable, quick read. Most of his stuff's a quick read, even though they're, 500 pages long. You say, oh my God, 500 pages, how do you read that? Well, it ain't that hard if it's a quick read and it's interesting. So it's both of those. He's got 2 main series. He's got more than that, but he's got 2 that I really dial into, and one is this Odyssey series. It's kind of like big space opera, Star Trek. I don't want to really say Star Trek, because it isn't. It ain't Star Trek. But in the vein of Star Trek, they go various places and have to deal with various things out in the local galaxy, the local star cluster. The other one is about a woman who specializes in asymmetric warfare is the term. She teaches people who are stuck behind the lines to become guerrillas. Learn how to do guerrilla fighting, guerrilla tactics, and cause problems for the invading force. And I'll tell you, even my wife likes this, and she's not big into military science fiction. She definitely doesn't like the Odyssey series because of the space battles. She just can't get into it. I think they're pretty damn good. But she really likes the main character because it's a woman. And It's a realistic woman. It is not dame in distress type caricature. She's capable. She's tough. She's okay looking. But that isn't how she gets by. She gets by on her skills and her wit and her strength. Kind of like you would in real life if you had to do it. If you were in the military. And that is a huge, long series, too. He's got branches off of both of these series in probably 12 books in each. And you can start and just wander all over that particular universe. They're very similar in some ways, but the technology and the politics and such are way different. So if you have a chance, if you have Amazon and can download it, I'd say go get it on your Kindle. Anything by Evan Curie. I've only not read one book. Well, technically two. I'm in the middle of one. But his first book I never read. So I haven't gotten around to taking the plunge on that. But just about everything else I've read. And there aren't too many authors I'll recommend that are modern, quote, modern authors. Anything after about 1980. I'm not super thrilled by it, and I'm going to have to pack up again. Need the room. What's interesting is some of the technology for Odyssey 1 Into the Black actually seems to have some sort of a basis in reality, which is really odd if you read the books and understand the tech. But the government does have patents on things that are very similar to the tech in his books as far as how the ship moves around and the drive types, and not something you would off the top of your head say, hey, that sounds like it would work. No, it doesn't. It sounds like as weird and strange as you can get, but there are patents out there by the U.S. government. So, yeah, figure it out for yourself. Just take my word. It's cool. And he likes poking fun at the science fiction genre in these books, too, so... I think I'm almost out of talking for this point in time. So I'm going to finish gathering iron and a few other... Ooh, there's some copper. Iron and a few other things, and start getting on the wood. And I really need to hop over to base 2 and do some work. If I think of something to say, or I get bored of just being by myself, doing my thing without no one around, I will start another video for you. So until next time, this has been GrampyJAG, coming to you from a Dcraft world. Oh, you know what's coming. Omicron version. Available on CurseForge. There. You happy? Bye. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for stopping by. And don't forget, give us a like, a thumbs up, possibly a donation. And remember, if you're interested in playtesting for Primitive Antics, go ahead and put a comment down below. Let us know you're interested. Thanks.